Hello dear children. So let's continue with what we started last time. Today we are going to work out numericals based on Newton's laws of motion. Well, before starting with the numericals, let us know what is free body diagram. Free body diagram is a diagram where a body is replaced by point mass. And over this point mass, we show all the forces acting. So free body diagram of a body is the diagram where body is shown by a point mass, and over that point mass we show all the forces acting over body. So this is very, very simple. Well, let us study horizontal motion, and then we will study vertical motion, and thereafter we will study motion over inclined plane, and finally we will study Atwood machine. Thereafter we will start combining all four types of motions. So these are just the beginning, also the concepts related with horizontal, vertical, inclined and Atwood machine. Well, this is the very first example of horizontal motion. All the surfaces which are being taken here are going to be smooth surfaces. Once we study the chapter friction, then these surfaces would also be rough. So this is horizontal smooth surface, and we have a mass m lying over it. Mass m is placed over it. Now if mass m is placed over a horizontal surface, all of you know that the mass is not going to move. It is not going to move. Why? It is simply because there is no net force acting over it. There are forces acting over this mass. One is its weight, which works vertically downward. The other force is the reaction of the surface, which is vertically upward. And both these forces cancel each other. Both these forces cancel each other as the real body doesn't move along vertical. So this N is equal to mg. So what is net force over this body? Net force over this body is 0. And we know the consequence of Newton's second law. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore, mass into acceleration is 0. That means the acceleration of the body is going to be 0. If we wish, we can make a free body diagram for this particular point mass. This is mass m. The two forces acting over it are what? Its weight, and the second one is the normal reaction of the surface over it. And both these forces cancel each other, nullify each other, equal and opposite. Therefore, there is no net force along vertical, and there is no force already along horizontal. So net force over the body is 0, as the result its net acceleration is 0. Acceleration 0 means the body is not going to move, or if it is moving with constant velocity. So this is horizontal motion. Weight doesn't play any role. This is situation number 2, where we apply a force over body towards right. What are other forces acting over body? Well, the other forces acting are what? mg and the normal reaction. As usual, n and mg, they cancel each other. They are equal and opposite. They cancel each other. Therefore, net force acting over body is along horizontal, and that is F, the force applied. As per the consequence of Newton's second law, this force is equal to what? Mass into acceleration. This simply means the acceleration of the body is going to be F upon m. See, weight doesn't play any role. Well, this is situation number 3. This is situation number 3. You can also make the free body diagram, which I have not made. This is m. You can show this is mg. This is your normal reaction, and this is force F. They cancel each other. Net force is F, and net force is equal to mass into acceleration. That way we get the acceleration. Now, this is situation number 3 for horizontal motion, where there are two masses over smooth horizontal surface, and there is a force F acting over this mass. Both the masses are connected to each other with the help of a massless, inextensible string. We have studied about massless, inextensible string. Well, the tension in the string is an example of action-reaction force, and the tension in the string is made where? Away from mass, and the tension is going to be T each. These action-reaction forces are what? In pairs. Both the members are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, and they act over different bodies. Well, the other forces which act over these masses are, well, this is mass m2. The force acting over mass m2 is only force that is T towards right. This T acts over this mass, where? Towards right. Well, the other forces are mg and n. mg and n. The n and mg, they cancel out, so no need writing them again and again. So only force acting over this mass m is what? T, and this T is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration. If we apply force F here, both the bodies are going to move with the same acceleration. Why are they going to move with the same acceleration? It is simply because the string they are connected with is inextensible, and tension in the string here is the only force acting over this mass. And over this mass m1, there are two forces. One is force F towards right, another is force T towards left. And in spite of these two forces, the body is moving towards right, with the acceleration A. That means the net force of these two antiparallel forces is going to be what? Is going to be their simple difference. F minus T is the net force, and that is equal to what? That is equal to mass of the body into its acceleration. That is m1 into A. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Solve. You can solve them for A as well as T. Just add, you will get A, and put the value of A here, you will get T. Well, vertical motion. We know everywhere there exists acceleration due to gravity. So if we leave a mass freely, if we drop a mass, if we stop applying force over this marker, what will happen? This marker on its own will move down. Why? Because of its own weight. So this mass, when left free, will move down. And what is the force acting over it? mg. There is no normal reaction. Normal reaction is only when the body is in contact with the surface. So the only force acting in this situation is what? F, and that is equal to what? mg. So mg is the net force. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. That is equal to mg. You can see m cancels out. That means the body is going to move down with acceleration A. You know it already. Now, in this situation, we are applying a force F over body, and this force F is greater than weight of the body. So what is free body diagram? We can make the free body diagram in all the cases. For this body, the free body diagram would be what? This is force F acting over it, over this point mass, and the other force acting over the point mass is what? Its own weight, mg. And if F is greater than mg, in that case the body is going to move up. And if the body is going to move up, net force of a body is going to be what? F minus mg. Sum of these two antiparallel forces is going to be their difference, and direction is that of the bigger one. And this has to be bigger because the body is moving up. F is greater than mg. So net force is F minus mg, and that is equal to mass of the body into its acceleration. That means the body is going to move up with an acceleration F upon m, just change the side of m, minus g. This is the acceleration with which the body is going to move up. This is situation number 3 for vertical motion, where these two masses are connected by a string. String is again light and inextensible. Well, the tension in the string would again be made away from the masses. Well, what is net force over this body? See, we can make free body diagram here for point mass m1. This is force F acting over point mass, The forces acting over this mass is what? T, the tension in the string which is pulling it down. The other force is what? Its own weight. So in spite of these two forces, well, if we apply force F, both the masses are, say, going to move up with the acceleration A. Both the masses are going to move simultaneously with the same acceleration. Why? Because the string they are connected with is inextensible. Net force over this is going to be what? Algebraic sum of all these three forces. F is the force F, and T and mg are the forces where? In the downward direction. So what is net force? Net force is going to be this minus this. So net force over this is going to be F minus T minus m1g, and that is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration. For mass 2, yeah, this is mass m2. The forces acting are what? T in the upward direction and its own weight in the downward direction. And if it is moving where? In the upward direction, that means T has to be greater than m2g. Net force is going to be mt minus m2g, and that is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Solve them. Solve them for A as well as T. Two equations, two variable, you can solve it. Now comes, motion over inclined plane. This is a smooth incline, children. And this mass m is placed over a smooth incline. Now see what is going to happen to this mass and why. This mass is placed over a smooth incline. The two forces acting with the mass are, its own weight, which is always vertically downward, and the second force, since it is in contact with the surface, there would be reaction of the surface acting over it, and that reaction of the surface is always normal to surface, like this. So these are the two forces acting over this mass lying over incline. Now what is going to happen? See, this mg which is acting, well, if we take this direction as one of the perpendicular axis, one of the two perpendicular axis, and other axis is taken along incline. Other axis is taken along incline. So these are two perpendicular axes. One is along incline, other is perpendicular to the incline. Now see, this n is along this perpendicular axis, this mg is in between these two axes. So what do we do? What do we do? We find out its component. So what angle it makes with any of these perpendicular axes? See, this angle is theta. This angle is going to be 90 minus theta. This of course is going to be 90. That means this angle is going to be theta. This mg will have two components. The two components of mg are going to be what? This is going to be mg cos theta, and the other component is going to be what? mg sin theta. Now see, the situation is like this. This is n working in this direction. This is force mg sin theta, and the force in this direction is going to be mg cos theta. These two forces are equal and opposite. If there is no motion along the perpendicular to the incline, that means these two forces are equal to each other. So n and mg cos theta, they are equal to each other. This is the value of normal reaction. They are equal and opposite, cancel each other. But what about this force mg sin theta? Mg sin theta force remains uncancelled by any other force. So this is the lone force acting over the body. This is the net force acting over body. So net force acting over body is where? Down the incline, and that force is what? mg sin theta. What is net force? Net force is equal to mass into acceleration, and that is equal to mg sin theta. And you can see that m cancels out. What do we get? Acceleration down the incline is what? G sin theta. That means a body placed over a smooth incline would move itself down the incline with an acceleration g sin theta. Well, the next situation, we have this mass m placed again over a smooth incline, but this time we are applying a force F. And it is given that, let us say it is given that the body is moving up the incline. Body is moving up the incline. What is its acceleration? So this force F, now these results have to be used directly. You won't have to resolve them again and again. So as in the previous case, the two components of the weight are going to be what? The two components of the weight are going to be, one is going to be in this direction. What is that? mg cos theta. The other is going to be what? In this direction. That is going to be what? mg sin theta. How are these components? You can see it here. The third force which acts over the body is what? N, normal reaction of the surface, as seen here. Now we have a force F acting here. So what is net force over this body? Net force over this body is going to be F. See, this N is going to be equal to mg cos theta as in the previous case. Since there is no motion along incline, perpendicular to the incline, so net force in this direction has to be 0. This is equal to this. Body is moving up the incline, that means the net force has to be up the incline, and that net force up the incline is going to be F minus mg sin theta. That is the net force up the incline, and that is equal to net force. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now if we find out the value of acceleration, what do we get? F upon m minus g sin theta is the acceleration with which the body is going to move up the incline. And in this situation, there are two masses connected to each other with the help of a string, and by virtue of force F acting over this mass, both the masses are moving up with acceleration a each. Why a each? Because the string they are connected with is inextensible, and of course it is light too. The tension in the string is away from the mass, away from the pass. Well, what is the forces acting over this body of mass m1? Well, the force acting over this body of mass m1, see, this is body of mass m1, and the force acting over the body of mass m1 are what? This is F acting in this direction. These are two perpendicular axes. One is along the incline, other is perpendicular to the incline. The normal reaction of the surface you may not write again and again. Well, N is going to be normal reaction in this direction. The components of the weight of mass m1 is going to be what? This is m1g cos theta, and this is what? m1g sin theta. These are the forces, and the third force, one more force acts over this mass m1, and that is what? It's T in this direction. So the forces acting over this mass are what? F, T, this is F, this is T. These are components of the weight as seen here. These are components of the weight, mg cos theta, mg sin theta, and this is normal reaction. So these results you can use directly. Now this N is equal to m1g cos theta. This N is equal to m1g cos theta. So there is no motion in this direction. Since the body is moving up, therefore net force has to be in this direction. If net force is in this direction, what is that net force? That net force is going to be F minus T minus m1g sin theta. That is net force, and that net force is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration. For second body, this is of mass m2 placed here. Yeah, this is mass m2. The forces are what? This is normal reaction. Yeah, this would be n1. Here the normal reaction would be some other value n2. The force acting over this mass are what? T in this direction. See, the T is acting over this mass in this direction, and the same T is acting over this mass in this direction. Action reaction force, you know it. So what is this T? The force acting over this mass. Now the other forces are the component of the weight. One is where? One is m2g cos theta here. Other is what? m2g sin theta. Since there is no motion along the direction perpendicular to the incline, therefore n2 is equal to m2g cos theta. I am not writing it again. Now, since the body is moving up the incline, therefore net force has to be what? T minus m2g sin theta, and that is equal to what? Net force. Net force is going to be mass of the body into its acceleration. Add the two, you will get the value of, add the two, you will get the value of A, and what is that? F minus m1g sine theta minus m2g sine theta is equal to m1 plus m2 times A. You can find out the value of A, and once you get the value of A, substitute that A, say here, you will get the value of T. You can solve the equation for A as well as T. So this was vertical motion. Now we are going to study Atwood machine. Atwood machine. Children, Atwood machine consists of single fixed pulley with two masses hung with the strings like M1 and M2. The pulley which is here in Atwood machine is massless and smooth, and this string which passes over the pulley slips over the pulley, as the pulley is what? Smooth. Well, tension in the string is going to be what? T, and it is going to be away from masses, away from pulley. This is tension T. If this mass is going to move down, this mass is going to move up. Let us make free body diagram for this mass M2 as well as mass M1. See, this is vertical motion. So this mass M2 moves down. It has force M2G acting over it in the downward direction, and the other force what? T acting in the upward direction. And in spite of these two forces, the body is moving where? Up with an acceleration A. So what is net force over it? Net force over it is going to be T minus M2G. That is net force over it. And net force is equal to mass of the body into its acceleration. If we make the free body diagram for this particular mass, this is mass M1. The two forces acting over it are what? Its weight, which is always vertically downward, and tension T in the string, which is like this. And because of these two forces, the body is moving down. That simply means this force must be greater than this. These are two antipolar forces. The vector sum is going to be their simple difference. The net force is going to be what? M1G minus T is the net force in the downward direction. And that net force is equal to mass of the body into its acceleration. Why acceleration of the two masses are same? Because the string they are connected with is inextensible. We add the two, what do we get? Yeah, we get M1 minus M2G upon M1 plus M2 as acceleration. And if we substitute the value of A here or here, we are solving 1 and 2 for A as well as T. So if we substitute the value of A either here or here, we get the value of T, and that T comes out to be 2 M1 M2 G upon M1 plus M2. I have solved for A as well as T because this is asked as a question and has been asked also in the last year half yearly exam. Well, now starts your real questions. So far we have been discussing horizontal motions, some basic information regarding horizontal motion, some basic information regarding vertical motion, then inclined plane, then with what? Atwood machine. Now the questions are going to be the questions which are going to be asked. So far we have been deliberating on the basic concepts. So what is going to be asked are the questions like this. Here, see, this question is the combination of horizontal as well as vertical motion. This surface is smooth. So find tension and acceleration of the masses. If this mass is going to move down with the acceleration A, this mass is going to move right towards right with the acceleration A. Tension in the string is as usual away from the mass, away from the pulley, T. You can make it like this. Now free body diagram of this mass M2 is what? Free body diagram of this mass M2 is what? Its weight acts in the downward direction. The other force acting is what? T. Well, in spite of these two forces, if it is moving down, that means the net force is going to be what? M2G minus T, and that is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration. This body is moving over horizontal surface. So this mass M1 is acted upon by only force T. There are other two forces also, like its weight and normal direction, they cancel each other. So if you wish, you can write them, otherwise it is not required. So net force acting over this mass is what? T, that is equal to what? Mass into its acceleration. Now you can add the two, you get the value of A, and substitute the value of A anywhere, you will get the value of T. To solve both the equations for A as well as T. Well, in this numerical, there is an inclined plane whose angle of inclination is theta. A mass is lying over this inclined plane. This is a pulley. The string passes over the pulley. The masses are attached as shown in the diagram. Again, you are supposed to find out tension in the string and acceleration of the masses. Well, if this mass moves down with acceleration A, this mass is going to move with acceleration A. Why? Because the string which is connecting them is inextensible. The tension in the string is going to be same throughout, because the string is massless and inextensible. Because of the string being massless, the tension is same. It is away from the mass or away from the pulley. Well, if we draw the free body diagram of this mass m1, the net force is going to be what? Yeah, this is force m1g. The other force is what? T. In spite of this, these two forces, it is moving down. That means net force is going to be m1g minus T is equal to mass into its acceleration. And for this mass which is moving up, yeah, T minus opposing force is what? m2g sine theta. How is this force m2g sine theta? For that you have to refer to the motion in inclined plane which we have just discussed a short while ago. So T minus, yeah, this is m2g sine theta, this is m2g cos theta. This m2g cos theta normal reaction, they cancel out. So we are not making mention of that particular force. Well, the force in this reaction is the force which is opposing this T. So T minus m2g sine theta is the net force acting over it, and that is equal to what? Mass of the body into its acceleration, equation number 2. Add the two, you will get A, and substitute the value of A in any of the two equations, you will get the value of T. Well, one more question we would like to do before we wind up the class, and that question is what? Well, these are two masses. These are two masses. This is mass, say capital M, say this is mass small m. The question is, if we apply force F as shown in the diagram, find acceleration of masses and contact force. That is the question. What is contact force? See, contact force is the force which exists in between two blocks. When we apply force over this block, what happens? This bigger block pushes this smaller block in the forward direction. And the reaction of this action is what? Over this bigger block in the backward direction. Remember, this contact force is action-reaction force. So what is net force over this body whose mass is capital M? The net force is what? Yeah, F is the force acting towards right, and small f is the force acting towards left. In spite of these two forces, it is moving, say, right. It is moving right. This is also moving right with the same accelerations. The surface is smooth. So net force over it is what? F minus small f, that is equal to net force, that is equal to mass into acceleration of the body. Question number 1. For this mass small m, well, the forces acting are what? The only force acting over it is what? Small f, which is the action of bigger mass over it, over this smaller mass. So what is this net force? This force is equal to, net force is F, and that is equal to mass of the body into its acceleration A. Add the two, you will get what? Adding, I'm solving it, adding 1 and 2, what do we get? Adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, what do we get? This F cancels out, we get F is equal to M plus M times A. That means A is going to be what? F upon M plus M. What is contact force? Contact force is M times, contact force small f is equal to M times A. So M times A. A is what? F upon M plus M. So the process of doing the numericals will continue. Well, we come to the end of today's class. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 numericals are very, very important, including Atwood machine. Before that, whatever we did, that was all basics. how is horizontal motion, how is vertical motion, what are the forces, how is the motion of an inclined plane, that all you need to know. You need to know. But the questions which are asked are like this, the combination of all. So children, with this we come to the end of today's class. We'll meet again very shortly with some more numericals. Thank you very much and God bless you all.